It is good to see so many people here tonight. Thank you so much for everyone that came. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to the 10th Stephen Cardinal Kim Colloquium. Once again, we will have a wonderful opportunity to listen to people from other countries to come and talk to us about their countries. This is a very important chance for us to learn and to listen. And I would like to ask you to do just that tonight. A special word of welcome to our guests of honor. First of all, Ambassador r.tayal from India. Please give him a big hand. Ambassador r.tayal, welcome here. The President of the Catholic University, Father Pak. As well as the Vice President, Professor Kim, welcome here. I would also like to welcome all the management members of the university, the professors from the different departments. Thank you so much for your time and that you came tonight. And then, of course, most importantly, the students of the Catholic University. You are the most important people here tonight. I would like you to listen. I would like you to reach out to this message tonight. And if you have a question, even if it is a really difficult question, please ask our ambassador tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask the president of our university to please introduce our guest speaker for tonight. Thank you very much. Father Pak.
Distinguished guest speaker, ambassador, faculty, students, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Today, we are hosting the 10th series Leadership Colloquium as a venue for academic and intellectual discussion of the global issues that will strengthen the international awareness of the Catholic University of Korea. I'm honored to welcome our guest speaker, His Excellency Ambassador r.tayal, is right, the pronounce? r.tayal. He graduated from the University of Allahabad. Yes, it's very difficult to pronounce the Indian. In 1969, he obtained a postgraduate degree in chemistry in 1971 from the prestigious Indian Institute of Technology in Kanpur. After joining the Indian Foreign Service in 1976, Ambassador r.tayal has served in Indian missions in Sofia, Warsaw, Geneva, and Moscow. He was the Consul General in South Africa from 1996 to 1998. He was also Consul General in Houston from 2002 to 2005. He was the ambassador of India to Uzbekistan prior to his appointment as ambassador of India to the Republic of Korea. He was also director and secretary to the Indian National Commission for UNESCO during 1990 to 1995. As the CEO of the Central Passport Organization of India, he was responsible for a staff of 2,500 and a budget of more than $25 million. Ambassador r.tayal is accompanied in Seoul by his wife, Mrs. Kusum r.tayal, and their son, Master Kartikeya. His two daughters are actually in India. This is a wonderful opportunity for our students to listen and learn from one of the great minds of the modern world. I want to encourage you to listen carefully to our guest speaker and to ask questions. Ambassador r.tayal, thank you again for accepting our invitation to speak with the faculty and the students of the Catholic University of Korea. Our university is currently reaching out to other countries by giving scholarships to international students, including India. I'm sure that after this presentation, we will know so much more about your country. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Father Park. Thank you very much. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are not here to listen to me tonight. You are here. You are here to listen to our guest speaker tonight. Let's give him a big hand, Ambassador r.tayal.
Thank you very much, Father Park, for that introduction, and thank you very much, Professor LaRue, for being the Master of Ceremonies here. It's really a pleasure for me to be in Seoul, in the oldest university of Korea. It's a distinct honor to be here, and I thank you, Father Park. And all and the university and the faculty members and students for being here and trying to learn a little bit about India. And it's a tough job for me in about 30 minutes trying to speak about a very old civilization, 1/6 of the human race. We are now 1.5 billion people, and a very, very massive economy and old civilization, but I'll give it my best shot. India is one of the largest and oldest continuous living civilizations of the world. Like Korean civilization, you go back 5,000 years, Indian civilization goes back almost 5,000 years. Like the Egyptian civilizations, and some of them were not, they were discontinuous. And but Indian, Chinese, Korean, and there are many which have a long and continuous history. And from olden times, of course, all the civilizations grew near the rivers of the river banks, and there is a river called, now it's called Indus, and now it is in Pakistan. That was the home of Indian civilization in ancient times. And this figurine which you see, this is a kind of bronze alloy, and which dates back to 5,000 years. So even the metallurgy was perhaps very, very well developed, and excavations have shown that the cities were well planned at that time. So it was a highly, highly developed civilization. From ancient times in India, the tradition has been of learning and of logic, of discussions, of teaching between the master and the students, a kind of dialogue. And out of this grew old scriptures and old books which were not written at that time. They were transmitted by the word of mouth. Thousands of verses were just remembered, memorized, and they were passed on over generations by the teacher to his student. So it is somewhat like in a Jewish tradition you can think of the ancient Indian civilization or Indian philosophy, because it does not emanate or from one holy being or one representative or son of God, but it is a collection of of thoughts and ideas and philosophies of a large number of people who are now unknown. That tradition continued, God knows, maybe 2000 years before Christ, 3000 years before Christ. And then 600 years before Christ was Mahatma Lord Buddha, Gautam Buddha was there in the 6th century before Christ. And another great philosopher was there, Lord Mahavir. And they brought in the concept of compassion and non-violence to Indian philosophy and Indian ethos. And since that time, if you see a continuity in Indian thinking, in Indian politics, in Indian psyche, there is a undercurrent of non-violence and renunciation, whether it is manifested in Mahatma Gandhi in the last century or so many others who have. So India has not produced great conquerors, but it has produced great thinkers and philosophers.